Hello YouTube, this is Tonset39, and what you're about to see will shock you. And this next game I'm about to review was so bad that it flops. Not only 1 million copies were sold, another million had to be buried in the desert, never to see the light of day again. In a world where AAA titles could be passed as App Store games, a place where something the size of your fist can be 9,000 times less data than your smartphone. A time when most television sets were still black and white, but most were in color. And a time when you need TV antenna hookups to play your game. You're about to enter the Atari zone. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this personally, and I'm glad you can't see it, because yes, I'm reviewing E.T. How did I get my hands on this? Well, a friend of mine, Logan, by the way, a quick shout out to Logan Callahan if you're watching this video. Yeah, here's E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial, and this game caused the video game crash of 1983. Yes, it was a very rushed game, and the guy who coded it only had 2 weeks to code this when something like it would have normally taken 3 months. And because of that little mistake, 1 million sold, but another million had to be buried in the desert. And besides, it was in an already high-stakes atmosphere. You know how today there's 3 consoles? You know, the Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii? Sorry, PS4, Xbox One, and Wii. Pardon. Oops, Xbox 4. Xbox One, PS4, and Wii U. Whew. Anyway, the consoles that you have to choose from include Intertron 2001, Atari 5200, ColecoVision, Atari 2600, Fairchild Channel F, Bally Astrocade, Mattel and Television, Emerson Arcadia, and so many others. Oh, the Milton Bradley Vectrex. There was like 13 consoles on the market. It was already oversaturated with games, even if you're a PC gamer. Apple II, TR-994A, TI-914A, TRS-80, PC Booter, DOS, Apple II, Commodore 64, Commodore VIC-20, Atari 8-bit computers. Well, the arcade atmosphere was still pretty chill at this time, but the arcade atmosphere was very high stakes. Basically, if you made arcade games in the early 80s, then you gambled your entire existence. So companies would literally put themselves on the line just to see if one game works. And this was the sort of atmosphere that developers were going through. And along comes this game, the nitroglycerin on the C4 explosives. I've never played this before and I'm scared. I see the nerd's reaction, but... Ooh. Well, for 1982, seemed alright. What? Oh, it's a start. Oh, it's not so bad, actually. Oh, it teleports you? What the? How do I get out? Oi! How do I get out? Oh, that's how, by extending my neck. Wait, I can't move side to side? Oi! Like I said, it was very, very rushed. It's not so much a bad game as much as it's a boring... Oh, wait, what the... Oh, threw me off, Oh, I just got out of there! Well, moral of the story is, don't rush your developers. Whoa! This is why you shouldn't rush games. They need time and effort to do. And so, this 2-week job gave us this for Christmas of '82. And E.T. was a very popular Spielberg movie And this game was based off of it. It wasn't intended to be bad. It was just, you know, sort of what happened. Annoying. Now I could see how this started the video game crash. You know, low quality games, legal trouble. Yes, there was a lot of legal battles. Namco had sued Atari for improper distribution and making unauthorized sequels, namely Pac-Man Jr., Ms. Pac-Man, Pac-Man Professor, Super Pac-Man, and the list goes on. Well, that's not the end of the pecking order. Atari had also sued Magnavox, the people who made the Odyssey 2. Yeah, Atari sued Magnavox because their KC Munchkin resembled really, really close to the original Atari version of Pac-Man. Like, wait. And there are Pac-Man clones on all sorts of systems. You know, PC Man, Tax Man, you name it. Oh, what are these? Oh, alright. Wait. Thicken! Now, I'm not the angry video game nerd, so I'm not going to poo on this game, and... Oh, is that another background? Okay. I don't know what the numbnuts at Atari were thinking. Oi, no! No! No, 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 no. And this is also why movie games are perceived to be bad. Always! This is, again, why you shouldn't rush your developers. And I can also see why a million of them were buried in the middle of the Mojave. Anyway, the Casey Munchkin story. Basically where... How did Elliot get down there? Huh? What just happened? It's not so much a bad game as much it's very boring and very bad. I could see how this started the video game crash. Now, in all the C4 explosiveness, anyway, that game is caused the video game crash. Well, it didn't cause the video game crash directly, but it helped cause it. And besides, it was oversaturated with games, legal troubles. It was hard both on the developers and the players. And so, because of the video game crash, and this was there were 2 drops of nitroglycerin on the C4 explosives. The first drop being the legal trouble with Atari and Namco and Magnavox and Atari. And the second drop were low quality games like this. And then... the landscape of video games for the next 2 years. Bleak, nothing, dry, desert. And along came Nintendo on September 1985, and they rebuilt it. They brought back the gaming industry, and it's better than ever. And so, next time you're dissing Nintendo, just remember that they built this city. They built this city on awesome games and rock and roll. And this is Tonstead39. Signing out.